All right, guys, today we are ranking all the Godzilla films.
Are we including the anime films?
They are films, so we are including them.
Sounds like typical Sleepy Joe weeb logic.
Godzilla is Japanese, Donald.
Whatever.
Okay, first is the original Gojira from 1954.
Instant S tier. The film is a perfect encapsulation of the fears the Japanese people were facing. The Godzilla design is amazing, and the themes of weapons acceleration with the oxygen destroyer make it the best the series has to offer.
Agreed thoughts, Joe?
I do love Emiko. She has such a feminine way about herself, and her relationship with Ogata is beautiful.
Here we go, typical sappy Joe, always loving the human parts of these films instead of the monster bits.
Donald, the human drama, when it's good, makes the monster parts better.
Fake news, regardless, S tier.
Yep. Next is Godzilla Raids again.
Easy D tier. The film is slow. The Godzilla design is ass, and Anguirus isn't a threatening foe.
But this is his first appearance, and he goes on to become a loyal ally to Godzilla in later films.
Yeah, sure, but here he's Godzilla's bottom bitch chew toy. Plus, Godzilla gets locked in ice but can easily swim in the freezing water of the ocean depths. Oda wasn't smart like me when he made this film D tier.
The film doesn't have the soul of the original, and its rushed nature makes the cut corners more apparent. I agree with Donald.
2 for 2, I love winning. No one wins more than I do. I love Godzilla. No one is as big of a fan of Godzilla as I am.
Didn't win much last election.
Shut the fuck up, Joe. You stole that election.
Next is King Kong vs. Godzilla.
Yeah, instant F tier. Godzilla loses.
Donald, we can't put it there. Godzilla loses in a lot of movies.
You only like this film because it's got King Kong in it. Reminds you of Michelle.
Donald, you know wives are off limits.
Shut up, Joe. We all know your wife caught you taking trips to Epstein's Island.
Enough. The original Japanese film is a clever and funny critique of the commercialization of Japan and how TV impacted the country. This is one of the only films where the monster fight isn't played serious and adds to the meta commentary.
And the removal of Ifukube's music in the American cut and inclusion of new actors is worse than Gigantus or Godzilla King of the Monsters. I would give it an A for the story and impact on the series, but the Godzilla suit is just as bad as the last one.
Wow, Sleepy Joe yet again. This Godzilla suit is iconic and has lasted into the modern day, appearing on Bandai merchandise of all kinds.
Donald, the only reason you like this design is because it resembles a fat toad like you.
Wrong. Besides, you fell asleep when we watched the sub version next.
All right, it's Mothra vs. Godzilla. I'd say it's a pretty solid film with Honda, Ifukube, and Tsuburaya at the top of their game, and the inclusion of one of Toho's popular monsters makes it a solid S.
Wrong, A tier. Godzilla loses to 2 turds. The idea that he could go rounds with Kong but not beat them is ridiculous.
Donald, do you hate kids? Is this because you lost to Obamas in COD last week and they wouldn't stop teabagging you?
Wrong, I beat them 21-0. No, it's just ridiculous that the king of monsters and harbinger of the bomb could lose to 2 newly hatched caterpillars next.
Unless I hear any more objections, I'm putting it in S tier.
No.
Okay, here is Ghidorah, the 3-headed monster, the introduction of Godzilla's greatest foe, another solid pick.
The Venus subplot was boring, and the inclusion of the monster speaking really showed the franchise was moving in the direction of children's fare.
Seriously, Donald, do you like hate kids or something?
Why do you like sniffing them, Pedo Joe?
Wow, Donald.
No pedo, but I love kids. No one loves children more than me. I'm just saying the Godzilla series should have kept to the darker roots of the original, and the addition of aliens possessing women was a miss for me, even with the inclusion of 4 monsters.
Sure, then maybe we can settle on a B ranking.
I really did like seeing the fairies again, wonder what it would be like to hold them.
Here we go, Pedo Joe wanting a living doll to play with. Makes sense since your wife is used up.
Donald, enough. But yeah, no, Joe, that is a little weird. Okay, the last one today we'll be looking at is Invasion of Astro Monster. It is the first time we see humanoid aliens attack the planet, and we see Nick Adams appear alongside Akira Takarada.
Glenn and Fuji reminds me of you and me, Barack. I would say A or even S tier.
Joe, you're more like Tetsuo. If anyone had a Glenn and Fuji relationship, it was me and Pence. Plus, Melania is like my own Namikawa.
Is that because she can't do anything against her tyrannical master's will, Donald?
What the fuck? I thought you said wives were off the table.
Donald, you started it.
Whatever, yes, we can all agree the story is good, but this is the film with the least amount of Godzilla screen time. It has to drop it from an A to a B on that alone.
It's not how much there is. What matters is how it's used.
Okay, Joe, keep telling yourself that.
I think this film deserves an A overall.
I agree, A. All right, that's the first 6 films before get to Fukuda's first film. Whose place are we going to so we can watch them?
We can see them at my place in Mar-a-Lago.
All the police gone now, Donald?
Yeah, after you sent them to rate it, Joe, you bitch.
Enough. Donald, I'll see you there. Michelle will bring food and Joe brings something too. See you guys.
All right, bye, guys.
Bye, guys, and make sure to subscribe to Zimzilla99. He's a good homie. Nice Zim, very cool.